Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, well, where am I looking? Oh, right there. This is so confusing. I don't know where I am, actually. I forgot I was in Philly for a second.
What's up?
How's it going out there, everybody? Well, actually, I think this is a good moment just to let, I don't know, say what's going on. I have a little blog running, too. So it'd actually be kind of cool. I'm actually doing my entire blog on my iPhone. I'm on this tour with my friend Elliot Yamin. This guy that was on American Idol. He's an awesome singer, great guy. And one of the stops was Philadelphia.
Yes.
Old buddy here, of course. And, you know, I mean, there's nothing better than getting paid to go visit. But it's short, though. It's short. We got to go do a performance, Elliot and I, at, is it like a TV station?
Yeah.
Or, no, radio station.
Yeah, it's a Clear Channel.
Clear Channel radio station.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is you guys can also go over and see my blog, and you actually see. And so now I'm pointing back at you. It's very high tech, yeah. So now I'm saying I'm doing this blog, and you'll be able to watch my blog video, and it's going to be the same little piece right here from GarageBand and beyond. But Loon and I go way back. I told it on Guitar Jams, but I was just going to, and I was telling Elliot the same thing, that my first day of college in Santa Fe, New Mexico, my dad dropped me off, and I was just like all alone in a new world. And, you know, I pulled a guitar out. I was in my dorm room by myself. Hadn't met anyone yet. Except for, like, the RA, you know, like, that checks you in. So I started playing in the dorm room, playing a guitar. Something, you know, probably a G chord. I wouldn't be surprised. And then, like, there was a knock on the door. And Lewin popped his head in, and he was like, hey, I heard you playing guitar. And I was like, yeah. And he said, hey, I play guitar, too. And it was, the rest is history, as they say, but at least for us. No, but so, you know, we started playing guitar that first day of college and became great friends and have played in bands together, groups together. Different bands toured together through the years.
The country,
And then, you know, obviously this crazy YouTube thing happened, and so we, you know, collaborated together to, you know, I mean, set something up. And Lewin's got the GarageBand and Beyond thing going on.
He's Guitar Jams guy, if you guys don't know.
Guitar lessons and stuff. But yeah, it's been fun, like, watching the GarageBand thing grow. And obviously, like I said, it's been fun to...
I wouldn't have started it if you hadn't suggested it.
Yeah, I'm so stoked you did, though, because you've worked really hard at it. And, you know, you guys out there give Lewin a round of applause. Oh, good.
Thank you.
That's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. You know, that's actually how YouTube works now. I can imagine in my mind, like, what people are doing, watching. But
Smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision? No, we're lucky we don't have that.
No,
But like I say, yeah, it's awesome to, like, be on a job and be like, hey, I'm going to Philly. I mean, it doesn't happen that often. And I've never been in this famous GarageBand and Beyond studio. So it's cool to, like, you know, be here together and do the do. We did.
It's a lot bigger in real life. I think it looks small on screen.
You think so?
It's huge in here. No.
Yeah. I was going to say the opposite.
It's a small room.
Like, even I was with Elliot, we went to the Knicks game, and even that, like, Madison Square Garden seems so much smaller than when you watch, you know, Prince play there on TV or
True.
or whatever, you know. Spinal Tap sells it out, and, you know, it looks a lot bigger in the video. So when I have had people come into my Guitar Jams room, it's just like they look around, they're just like, God, it's so small. I had no idea that you were doing all that in a small little, you know, room like that. But it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's my house.
So any good tips for home recording people,
ask me
guitar
something.
Stuff? Like, any suggestions for, you know...
Well, because we're doing GarageBand and Beyond right now?
Yeah, so, you know, we'll do, like, I've been talking a lot, like, lately I've been talking about playing simply, you know, when you're doing rhythm guitar tracks. But what about, like, like, taking leads in the studio? Is it better to take the first solo or to work 20 solos and wait for the great one?
Well, it's interesting how that's evolved, because now Well, I mean, the first take's typically the best. Yeah. But the thing that's really frustrating is you get a first take and it's got that right energy, and there's like one real bad clam in it, you know, but the solo's great.
Yeah.
What I've done, I mean, and I heard even like some of my favorites like John Scofield and Jimmy Herring do this, so I don't feel too bad. But something that you can do, especially if you get that amazing solo with that one bad note in it, is you can do 3 more passes, you know, do 3 or 4 more solos, and then, you know, using GarageBand, you can actually find that clam and see a good little spot to cut in that little fix, you know. And I've worked with like engineers where, you know, we kind of listen to where that one little flub is, so when I do my next pass, I'm in that kind of same area on the neck, you know?
Same note pool.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be, you know, exact.
Right.
But, you know, you're in the same area, and it might not work, but that's the beauty of digital, is that you can take as many takes as you want. But typically, I mean, if you can get that first take, even if there's like a little mistake in there, it's usually still the best.
I've kept a lot of first solos, even with the mistakes, because they were just such great solos.
Yeah, it's definitely the most fresh. Because then what I do is, like, if I did, you know, every take you do, you start thinking about some of those licks that were cool in the last one, and then you start kind of thinking about that, like, that one little spot right there, and it's less spontaneous. Even though improvisation truly is just, the improvising part of improvisation with music is, like, what thing you know is spontaneously coming out. But there are things licks and things you've practiced, obviously, but like someone like John Scofield or Jimmy Herring, I mean, those two came to mind because I was reading an interview with Jimmy Herring about his solo album, and they were asking about that, and he said, well, if John Scofield does it, then it's cool with me. But yeah, I mean, they would take 3 or 4 solos, and then even, I mean, those guys are such masters that they don't, you know, they do a good job on every take, but they might take the first passage of one solo and the second passage of another. And with the digital stuff, GarageBand, Pro Tools, I mean, you can just literally just see the whole thing, and you can go, oh, there's that one spot, you know. But typically, if you can get that first take solo, that's always the best. And I think I did this cover, the While My Guitar Gently Weeps acoustic cover. And that solo I did there was the first take. Boom. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that better. I mean, I could copy it, but I was lucky it just came out, you know.
That's a good one.
And the thing is, I had already done like 4 or 5 other rhythm tracks, you know, when we recorded. I did the solo at the end. So I was like really oiled up, you know. I wasn't oiled up. The engine was oiled up. No, I don't know. That's
an Allensworth thing?
No oil. No oil at all. Rewind. I was lucky. Got it on the first take. Oh, but I had played a lot leading up to that, which I thought helped me. I wasn't soloing a lot before, but like, you know, when you're playing rhythm with a click track and like you've been maybe working for a couple hours, like you definitely sharpen up. You know, when it's time. And you can run out of gas too if you take too many takes. I mean, I definitely remember like when we were younger taking like 90 guitar solo takes, and it was just getting worse.
It gets worse.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know, you don't know what to do too, because like everyone else is sitting there like going, hey, you know how expensive this studio is? Dude, you should have kept the first one, dude. I told you.
No, that's a good point though. I mean, it's true. He's right. You don't have to hammer out 50 takes. If you didn't get it in that first 10, your best bet is probably to like walk away from it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then come back and try again, because you know, something that makes any recording special is the performance. And or if you're, you know, working on other songs, maybe just completely change what you're doing. Like go to another rhythm track. Listen to something new.
Change something up.
I think we died.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. We had to redo our clip there, but we were just kind of chatting, you know, like friends do. Yeah.
Oh.
Jinx, buy me a Coke. No, but actually, you know, it's just cool to be here, and it'll be cool too to like look back a couple years from now at this video like on YouTube and even my blog that like can connect with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go play a gig now. To say it's over.
Yep, we gotta get him to the station.
Yeah, but it was it was really cool to be here. I know it was short though, but we had a great time, and You came out to the gig Elliot and I did last night, and then we just, you know, hung for a while, and we really had a fun time. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully I can come back sooner than later.
Agreed.
But not too soon, because I have to see my family, too.
I'll bring them with you.
That would be great, too. Yeah, we'd love to do that. But anyway, just in final note. Wayne's World, Wayne's World. Excellent.